Hello and welcome to episode 3.
Hello.
I didn't think we'd get this far, to be honest.
No.
Episode 3 of Half Hour of Power. We've been given subjects by people on Twitter. We've come up with a few. I think there's one that's burning, the most.
Itching.
Yeah. Gary, what is the first topic that you want to discuss?
It has to be that post-wank shame.
I'm starting the timer now.
Okay.
Post-wank shame.
Yeah, you know when you've just had a wank and then you look at yourself after you think, why did I just do that?
Grow up.
Yeah, you're a grown-up now. You're not a stupid, horny teenager. Grow up. Like, you have responsibilities.
Yeah.
But then you can't resist doing it again.
Well, it's like... Is it kind of like how when women say, childbirth's really painful, I'd never do that again, and then a couple of years later they're like, I'm pregnant again.
Yeah. Yeah,
because
I think to myself, look, I have got a girlfriend, I don't need to spend my time doing this, but then I'll do it again anyway.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, it's more efficient than the whole girlfriend thing, because
exactly.
You've got to get her in the mood, and, you've got to make sure that she's pleasured as well.
Exactly.
Whereas a wank, it's just, it's me time.
I know what I like. The task in hand, so to speak, needs to be done. You know how to get it done. You just want to... As women, they like to take their time over it and relax and get comfortable.
Scented candles.
Yeah, they like to make a real occasion out of it. But a bloke is just like, my cock's hard, I need to come, I'm going to have a quick wank, as quick as possible, get it done.
Yeah.
But you always feel bad after.
Also, if you're particularly quick, you sort of... That's a bit shameful as well.
Yeah, do you say to yourself, I'm sorry, that's never happened before? You have to make excuses to yourself.
Do people who cry after sex cry after wanking? Surely the tears would be doubly, for the fact that you're on your own.
Yeah, do you know sometimes after you've had really good sex, you'll look at the person and just be like, fuck, I love you, that was so fucking good. Do you reckon if you have a really good wank, you could say it to yourself?
Only if you, were a narcissist, I guess.
Would you wank it whilst you're looking into the mirror?
No, that's a bit...
That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
No, because it's like seeing your cum face.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that.
And like that, I'd feel bad, because I'd be like, surely I'm not turning myself on. I mean, I've got an ego on me, but I don't erotically please myself.
Like people with, ceiling mirrors, do they ever wank with those? Looking up and just seeing someone wanking down at you.
I don't know. It's the same effect, really, isn't it?
To be fair, I would try it once. But I think I'd be so ashamed of myself afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think... I mean, I'm pretty open with my experience.
Not only would you be... Because it's a mirror, not only would you be wanking over yourself, but you'd be wanking over yourself, wanking over yourself, over yourself. It'd be a continual loop of who's wanking.
Well, no, what it would... If that'd work, is if you placed a fairly sizable mirror next to you on the bed, a mirror on the ceiling, so that the two opposing mirrors create an infinite effect, so you just see yourself reflect it forever. It'd just be thousands of wanking yous.
That would be quite disturbing.
It sounds like, I don't know, like a 70s porn video.
I think someone should put that in a movie. If you put that in a movie and you had, Ryan Gosling doing it, all the women would fucking think it was an art masterpiece.
It would break records. If it was an hour and a half of Ryan Gosling staring into mirrors masturbating, there'd be some sticky cinema seats.
Oh, dude.
Or him...
There wouldn't be any room left for the amount of wide-ons there would be.
Yeah, it'd just be engulfing chairs. If it was Johnny Depp, Ryan Gosling and Brad Pitt, and it was those three just taking it in turns, I think we've come up with a winner here. Now we need to do is convince 3 of the biggest movie stars in the world to do it.
Sure, I reckon Depp would.
Johnny Depp, he'd do anything.
Yeah. I reckon if you said, you would do it, you wouldn't pay Brad Pitt, but you would save all the starving children in Africa. He'd do it.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling.
He's a bit of a... He seems like a bit of a selfish fuck.
Yeah, plus he's still young, isn't he? Whereas Pitt and Depp are in their 40s, pushing 50s now.
I think they're both 50.
Are they? So
I think they are both.
There's that stage of the career, whereas the $100 million for the film.
I wish I looked that good now, and I'm 27.
I wish I looked that good fucking 10 years ago. That's terrible. But there's got to be some plastic surgery and whatnot.
You think they've had surgery done?
I think out of the two,
We've gone completely off
Brad
topic
Pitt probably has.
I think we've gone completely off topic from post-wank shame because we're now talking about
Alright.
Brad Pitt.
Do you reckon Brad Pitt has post-wank shame? Because even though he's going out with Angelina Jolie,
I
he
would,
still must have
I would
time before
assume he
does.
would have someone to do it for him.
That's technically cheating, though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Plus, half the fun is doing it
I
yourself.
don't know. If you had a wank butler, would that count as cheating?
A wank butler.
Yeah.
Well, it depends who it was.
Or would it be a wank?
If it's
butler?
Mila Kunis, that's cheating. If it's Alfred from Batman, that is a wank butler.
That is a horrible thought. Do you reckon Bruce Wayne ever did that?
Alfred, toss me off. I'm Bruce Wayne, damn it.
That's probably why he cries so much in the third one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get out the house. I'm sick of these fucking tissues and these fucking...
Go and live your life, man. Come on.
There's a Catwoman out there. Go fuck her.
And she wears rubber. Come on, man. Yeah, no, I reckon Alfred was a dirty little bastard.
Yeah, back in his day.
What age do you reckon men stop wanking?
Men stop wanking?
Well, no, I imagine it's when you're a pensioner and you find it difficult to get hard.
Mate, if it was me and I was a pensioner, I would take Viagra just to wank.
Really?
Yeah.
You would?
I would.
I've been tempted to take Viagra now.
Have you?
Yeah, because after you come, it just keeps your dick hard for like hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, but after I come, what does it matter?
Yeah, but it'd be nice just to like be able to just ruin your woman.
What, for myself?
Yeah, just be like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah, I ruined you so hard. Sex next time's going to be less pleasurable.
Why would it be less pleasurable?
Well, if I've ruined her...
It's a figure of speech, man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if I've literally
Get some
ruined
pet insurance because her pussy's getting destroyed. Yeah, that's not an attractive sentence.
No, it's
not
not.
a good shut-up line, is it?
Alright, should we tick post-wank shame off the...
Yeah, but
the
what I
odd
would be interested to know is, do women suffer from post-wank shame, though? So if you do listen to this
Yeah,
and you are a
any-
woman, please tweet us.
Yeah, female tweeters...
Because some women say, no, I don't masturbate. They do. All women wank. All women do. So if you do suffer from
Do you
post-wank
reckon
shame...
that's a good idea for a book? You know, like there's that everybody poops, everybody wanks.
Well, it's true.
Yeah,
It is true. All women do.
yeah. Everyone has nipples. So why are they like nature's dirty little secret? Or
Exactly.
when they're on a woman.
Exactly.
You
exactly.
could, like, a magazine can literally get away with showing the whole boob, barring the nipple,
Yeah. Did you put a little star over it?
but a bloke on, like, Men's Health, he can have his nipples out.
Yeah, and just be wearing a tiny little pair of Speedos.
Yeah. Sexism, that
It
is.
is sexism.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the big taboo about it. Because
They're just boobs.
And the only difference is, it's just fat. That's all they are, lumps of fat. So what's the big deal?
I love boobs, and
Dude,
as
you're a man. Of course you love boobs.
a lover of boobs, I can only say that seeing more boobs would be a good thing rather than a bad thing.
We all know sex sells.
It's not even about what sells. It's just maybe like
The female form is beautiful.
exactly. There's a lot of stuff in the news lately about lads mags.
Oh, and how they've got to cover up now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think they're not as damaging magazines as say a
Cocaine Monthly.
Okay, Cocaine Monthly is definitely one of the worst magazines you can buy.
Well, I was
But
just thinking.
what's good about it is they've made it so small that you can actually roll it up and snort cocaine.
Very well done. I was just thinking, right? Say like Nuts, Zoo, and all these type of magazines have now got to have a wrapper on them
Yeah.
to cover up the contents, right? Which, okay, fine, I understand the logic.
But where's the
whatever.
incentive to buy?
It's not only that. They're saying, oh, it's for younger children so they can't see this material. But if you look at the front of Nuts, okay, there's women on there, but they're wearing bikinis, yeah? Yet you can open the front page of The Sun, which is on the bottom level, and see a pair of tits.
Yeah, very good point. What about most Daily Star covers?
Exactly. Or the Daily Sport, upskirt
God.
shot of a woman coming out of a club. The newspapers
I
are
think-
fine, are they?
The point I was trying to make earlier was lads mags are, as much as people say they might be damaging this, that, and the other, are they really as damaging as a magazine like? Well, I won't name any, but like chat magazines, gossip mags that say so and so's got too fat. Then when
And
they
they're a
lose,
size 12.
then they lose the weight and they look ridiculously skinny, and then they're like,
Yeah.
oh, they have an eating disorder now.
Yeah,
Whose fault was that?
yeah. So
And that's- that is damaging to women in
young
general.
girls. Yeah, exactly.
Whereas these lads mags, as much as they're smutty or they might be distasteful to some, they are a celebration of the female form.
They are. And I'm sorry, but what child under the age of 8 hasn't got access to the internet?
Exactly.
You can type anything you want into the internet and get all the porn you want on the internet. Yeah, but they're worried about some magazines in a shop.
Why is it that even though we've got such strict rules on pornography or, taste, all these decent laws for decency and, a lot of censorship really, how comes a country like Holland can have a fairly laid-back attitude towards sex and pornography, and yet they still don't have as high a teen pregnancy rate than our country?
Right, we've got the highest in Europe. Well, they're looking at things from the wrong perspective.
What a lot of society's problems could be solved with is education.
Yes.
Not banning things.
No.
Right? Not increasing the minimum price on alcohol. No, educating kids to tell them that alcohol can be harmful when drunk excessively.
Exactly.
That's what,
Or we all know
they
that
learn
about cigarettes.
They do it once, and then they learn from their mistakes. That's how we did it.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't get, priced out of things and banned from doing things, right, because it was harmful. We learnt our own way. We don't, we don't need everyone. Oh, of course there are going to be people that along the way are going to go over the top with drinking and die or whatever. That is just bound to happen.
Yeah.
That happens with anything. You can eat too much of something and die. You can literally drink so much water that you die.
Yeah, your body drowns itself. Yes, absolutely. Which is what happens to a lot of drug takers.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
If you abuse it excessively. Now, knowing when to stop or where your limits are is part of what growing up is.
Exactly right. As teenagers, Jesus, and early adult life, I made huge mistakes. But you grow up, didn't you? You deal with it.
You learn from those mistakes and you progress.
Absolutely right.
All right, dude. We've
went very political there. Let's go.
We've gone really off topic, and we've only actually covered one subject.
Let's go.
Did we do the perfect wank? We did, didn't we?
Yes, we did, and that's what led on to post-wank shame.
Yes, it did. Wanky Toed shoes is one suggestion.
See, they are those Nike sandal things, like the camel toe thing.
They're not. They're the free running shoes.
Yeah, but your big toe goes in one.
They give the sensation of not wearing shoes at all,
even though you can just feel shoes on.
But it's a more natural run, apparently.
Okay. I imagine them to be ridiculously uncomfortable.
I imagine that you would probably, if you stepped on the wrong thing, you'd probably cut your foot wearing those.
Well, is there not much of them?
There's not much of them, no.
Not much of a sole.
No. Bit like ginger people.
Do you know how often I get that? It is ridiculous. It's like the other day I was singing The Killers. I've got soul, but I'm not a soldier. I was in the car with my girlfriend and she went, "Shut up, Gary, no you haven't." I was like, why ginger people? I don't know. Where did this start? I don't know how...
You want to know something interesting, right? You're a fan of the Harry Potter movies, right?
No, I've seen the first two.
You see... Okay. So you don't know what about, like... Is it Dementors? The things that suck souls out.
Like the black things that swirl around. I know what they are,
They attack everyone except Ron Weasley. The ginger.
Because they haven't got a soul.
Because he hasn't got a soul to take.
Is that where it came from?
No, it's just the fact that was written.
Was that them playing on it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just a.
Is it in the book?
I don't know.
See, is that Hollywood going, fuck it, let's have a little cheeky dig at gingers?
It's so easy to have a dig at gingers.
I don't know why.
There's only one good ginger in like the history of gingers. And that's like Ron Howard. You've got Ron Howard. That's it.
What, is the only cool ginger?
No, I wouldn't even say he's cool.
Are there any cool ginger people? Chris Evans is cool. He knows a good car.
He's a bit... Yeah, but he's not cool, is he?
He's a bit of a ponce. What other cool ginger people?
There isn't any.
You're looking at one.
There isn't any.
Oh, you cunt.
Okay, of all the ginger people I've met, you're definitely one of them.
How many other ginger people have you met?
A few. I don't like them much.
was about to say,
You're probably one of the better gingers. You're in the the top percentile of gingers.
I'm in the top 10%.
Maybe 10, 5 to 10.
Oh, 5 to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But what I'm intrigued by is who's better than me.
I don't know. But I'm leaving like that top percentile.
Come on, admit it. I might be the best ginger person you know.
No, but I want to consider you third, as if I'm reserving the second and first spaces.
So I get an automatic bronze.
Yeah.
Just in case in a year's time.
Yeah, I'm saving a space for a nicer, better, cleaner.
But by the time
ginger person,
by the time we're pensioners, you'll go, look, Gary, I haven't met that ginger. It's you now. That'll be my reward.
Yeah,
for being a lifelong friend. Yeah,
maybe.
Making no guarantees.
I don't know. I could come across a nice ginger that opens a door for me one time, and that would straight away he would make it into the top.
Something as simple as that.
Yeah, well,
I might buy you a gift.
Yeah, if it's like the last gift you got me, I don't really want a Justin Timberlake sticker book.
Why? You loved it. Your face.
I'm neither a fan of stickers or of Justin Timberlake.
I like the fact you picked stickers first.
Well, Joe, I kind of like some of Justin Timberlake's songs, and he's always making really good guest appearances in like.
He's actually really cool.
He's actually a really decent.
He's a decent performer. He's got talent. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like the rest of NSYNC.
And if I had to choose between Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber, it's Justin Timberlake.
That really goes without saying.
Yeah.
If it was to choose between, I don't know.
If you had to
Justin
choose one
Bieber
to live
or
and one to die.
If it's Justin Bieber or my death, I'd choose my own death, I think.
If I had to choose between your death and Justin Bieber, then it would definitely be your death.
Thanks. Thanks for that. I might live as long as possible now just to spite you.
Kill Justin Bieber and I'll be alright with that.
There was a plot a little while ago, wasn't there?
Yeah.
To kill him, but they caught the geezers whilst they were planning it. It's all about that. It's all about crime. See the mafia boss in
there was a mafia boss in Uxbridge.
In our local town, where we live in West London, turns out there was a mafia boss on the run for like the last 20-odd years, and he was living in a house just literally a couple of miles away from us. It was crazy.
I'd say we covered Wanky Toed shoes, didn't we?
Yeah, sort of. What's the next subject?
Well, okay, we could use one of the Twitter suggested ones.
Yeah, let's do
one
that.
I have written down. So let's have a look.
Just one of the ones that was tweeted to us during the week.
You mean today, right?
There's been a few during the week.
I didn't see any ones during the week. Which animal is best equipped to enslave humanity and why?
Well,
I would say Gareth Bale. Because he's an ape, so he's got ape strength.
Technically,
but he's got opposable thumbs.
Technically, we're all apes.
Yeah, but he's got like opposable thumbs and a working human brain. But he's an ape.
Mm. Well, if we're going to
Plus,
talk about
if he moves to Real Madrid, he'll be rich as well.
Well, he's not exactly poor now, is he?
No, but still.
He'd be on 200 grand a week over there.
Yeah, he'd be on Ronaldo money.
Mm. We're talking about actual animals, though. It's going to have to be something intelligent.
What about dolphins? If dolphins grew legs...
I think they're limited by their breathing, though.
Yeah, but if
the polar ice caps melt?
Yeah.
And the whole Earth's going to be water, isn't it?
Then it would be dolphins, just for the fact that they'd be equipped to deal with the polar ice caps melting.
Yeah.
So the dolphins would be the dominant species.
Because they are the smartest of all.
And eventually they would evolve.
Yeah.
And probably travel into space. And they would be the main race representing Earth rather than us.
So aliens were to visit, and it would just be dolphins.
Yeah, and
but then again, you don't know what the most intelligent life on another planet would be. It could be fucking gerbils.
It could be moss.
Could be moss.
I'm going to go with moss.
But moss isn't an animal.
On another planet, it could be.
I suppose, yeah. What is the definition of an animal?
Yeah.
They might call rain wind.
Yeah, but then they'd also have to know English to do that, wouldn't they?
No, they'd have their own version of it.
Could you imagine if there was another planet completely identical to this one?
Yeah.
Like literally like for like, everything was exactly the same, even the people. Like there was a Wicksie and a Gary doing this exact podcast, but in another planet elsewhere.
I read up quite a lot on this. I'm a bit of a science geek and into space and everything. There's actually a very convincing theory that not only is our universe infinite, but there are an infinite amount of universes, sort of, kind of stacked on top of each other.
So statistically speaking, there is a good chance that there could be a Gary and a
No,
Wicksie.
there is. In terms of if you look at the maths
are you talking about parallel universes?
Yes, there's an infinite amount of parallel universes.
You
so
believe in
therefore,
that theory that where, like, every decision that you make in your life leads to different parallels?
yes.
You believe in that?
Yeah, because,
So
right. In terms of this infinite amount of parallel universes, that means that your point is correct. There is another Earth that is identical in every single way, and we are doing this exact podcast, but we're blue.
Or, like, there'd be a version of me that hasn't made all the mistakes I've made.
Yeah, clean cut, Wicksie.
God,
He'd be boring.
oh yeah, he'd be boring Wicksie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if we didn't have the personality...
But he'd probably have quite a good, he'd be probably in good shape.
He'd be in great shape. He'd have a fantastically well-earning job. He'd have a huge mansion.
Bastard.
He'd be, he'd be driving a nice sports car.
But he wouldn't be anything to talk to.
Oh, no.
It'd be an absolute bellend.
Yeah, it'd be
He'd be
about
talking
as
about,
much-
like, stocks and shares and shit like that all the time.
Yeah, and he'd be getting a real boner about it.
Yeah, and
But
people
everyone
would
else
just
is-
be like, I wish you'd just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, one of these people that just has everything
Would
else
we
in the
still be
world.
friends in this alternate universe?
Well, it depends if I was if I was me, my personality, then no, we wouldn't.
Because there would be a universe where both of our personalities are very straight-laced and we don't drink, we don't do this, we don't do that.
Yeah.
And then there'd also be one where I'm like that, but you're not.
Yeah.
And then there'd be another universe where you're like that and I'm not.
Yeah, there'd be another universe where we're both absolute crackheads and we're just sitting on the street mugging people to get.
It'd be cool to just look in on the crackhead universe, wouldn't it?
Yeah, where the weird people are the ones that aren't doing drugs.
Yeah.
That'd be a fucked up planet.
Could you imagine if there was a whole planet just like of crackheads?
It'd look a little bit like Uxbridge.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the amount of crackheads there are around there.
How did we get from, I can't even remember, animals that would enslave?
I think we've decided that dolphins
Would
be
definitely-
the animal.
They
to
would,
take
wouldn't
over.
they?
Yeah, they would.
They're intelligent.
Very intelligent.
They can swim.
Yeah.
Which will help in the future.
Yeah.
You know,
They can travel vast distances.
if in our universe, if Mad Max had actually happened, or Waterworld had actually happened, in fact,
Yeah, Waterworld,
Yeah.
yeah.
if Waterworld had actually happened, then dolphins would have enslaved humans.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So to answer that question, dolphins.
dolphins. Dolphins are shit. We've only got 8 minutes left.
Shit, dog. Next topic. Come on.
Sorry, dude. I was just having a drink.
You're not allowed.
We'll do another one suggested by
Tweeties.
our tweeties. Both of them have been suggested by the same dude, to be fair.
Okay.
Barrington.
The buzzer.
If you had a superpower, what would it be? With a follow-up question. Abt. He didn't spell and right, so I'm going to cook them up on
Okay, yeah.
that. Abt. What would you call yourself? Like if you were a superhero. So you've
Okay,
got
so
a
what would my
superpower.
name be and what power would I have?
If it's drinking a lot, Gary, you have that superpower already.
Yeah, no, see, the temptation would be to go for invisibility, but I think that's a bit cliche.
And also, there's limits to what you can do with invisibility.
Yeah. I would like either,
You'd have to have ninja skills to match your
I'd like-
invisibility.
yes, I'd either like telekinesis
Yeah.
or mind reading. I'm not sure which. Mind reading possibly would get me into trouble.
You'd be like, what was it, Professor Xavier from X-Men?
Yes, yeah.
But he don't do a whole lot, does he?
He doesn't, but I don't think that's purely the beauty of it.
I kind of like Wolverine's power in the fact that he heals, so he'll never die.
Yeah, but then you'll never die, so you'll see all your loved ones die over.
Yeah, but then
and
I'd just
over
have
and
more loved
over.
ones.
Yeah, but what you'd just
I'd get over it.
you'd live to see the disasters and live to see the end of the world. And
Yeah, and then I'd still be there.
no, you wouldn't.
But
Once Earth's destroyed by the sun.
you don't think by the time that that's happened, they'll have invented space travel
Well,
and
it's only about-
colonised other planets?
Well, it's about 6 billion years away, so you never know.
Yeah, I think in the next 6 billion years we may colonise other planets.
You reckon?
Yeah. Considering what? Our species has been on the planet... What?
6,000 years, maybe something like that.
Well, if you're a Christy.
Well, no, as in Homo sapiens.
Well, alright. Say 10 to 15 just to...
Okay, call it 10,000 years.
Right,
So
I'm
10,000
sure it's probably more than that.
So say it is 10,000 years, we've come from making fire and carving out stone to actually going to the moon and curing diseases and...
iPhone.
Yeah, okay, so...
Do you think how quickly technology has leapt in the last couple of years?
Our lifetime, computers weren't around when we were born. Not as we know it today. Mobile phones were big things that you had to carry a separate battery pack around when we were kids. So I suppose technology is moving quick. Yeah. But I still would do... I think telekinesis would be quite good. That's one way you can move
Homo
stuff with your mind.
sapiens originated 200,000 years ago.
200,000?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay, I was way off.
Alright, so that's according to Wikipedia, though, so...
Take that with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. But, say, hundreds of thousands of years, humans have been on this planet. Only in the last, maybe, 6,000 has anything really happened.
Yes, where we started making tools.
You know, we've evolved socially, that now we can communicate. We've got our own systems of communication. You know, we've advanced that. We've got the internet. We've got, you know, cars. Yeah. We've got loads of things. Imagine what's going to happen even in 10 years. Think of all the things that we're going to have. Google Glass, for example. I'm so excited about. It's unbelievable.
What is that?
Google Glass. It's like glasses you wear, and a screen comes up, and you're going to be like Robocop.
Do you know what I can't wait for? And it does exist, and I think some phones are going to try and do it, where it's just very thin, but you can roll it up, and it's bendable and stuff. And
see, that will be possible in the future as well.
Yeah, I mean, they've already developed prototypes, and I think that's super cool.
Yeah. So, think if that's just in 10 years' time. Imagine what's going to happen in 100 years' time, 200 years' time, 1,000 years' time, 1,000,000 years' time, and you're saying 6 million years.
6 billion, yeah.
6 billion years. We're gonna be on other planets. We'll have found another planet.
That's if the human race lasts that long. The way we're destroying the planet, because dolphins might have taken over by then.
Good point. Yeah. But I would use my superpowers to fight off the dolphin invasion.
One man.
Yeah, but you can read all the dolphins' minds, right?
Yeah, but it'll be clicks. I mean, if I had telekinesis, they could jump and attack you, and I'd just move them with my mind.
Yeah. So
they'd never get near us. I'd just move them all the time.
You just create a barrier, and when I attack them and punch them with my
your super strength body.
Oh, okay. I'll have worked out for plenty of years because I've got time to work out.
Yeah.
You know, so I would in this scenario be quite hench.
Yeah, you would be Tonk.
Yeah.
What would our names be then? Because you can't call yourself Wolverine.
No, Never Dies Man.
I don't know, move stuff with my mindy band.
Move stuff with my mindy band.
It's hard to think of a superhero.
Your name would be Mindfuck.
Yes! Mindfuck, because I kind of already am. Mindfuck, yeah. What would yours be then?
The Eternal Cunt.
Yeah!
Mindfuck and the Eternal Cunt.
I like this.
I actually want to write a comic book.
I was about to say, that sounds like it could be a comic franchise.
Mindfuck and the Eternal Cunt. I love that.
There you go, that's what we'd be.
We have got 2 minutes. Can we tackle another subject in 2 minutes?
I reckon we can if we rush through it. Give us one.
Fucking hell. Hulk Hogan, America's Jimmy Savile? ?
Yes.
Where did this come from? I can't even remember where...
I think that was the same person that we've selected our other ones from today as well. Baz.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't bet on it, but I've got a feeling it might have been.
I thought it was something I said, and I don't know why I said it.
Maybe. Could be. But Hulk Hogan, is he an American Jimmy Savile? I don't want to say yes, because that's libelous, but he has the opportunity to be if he so wished.
And he kind of looks a bit off.
Yeah, a man of his age shouldn't look like he does.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when he was a pro wrestler and he was a bit younger, you can carry that look off because it's all a show, but he still walks around like that. He's got to be in his 70s.
I'm just saying, if you saw someone like who had like long hair but was bald on top.
Yeah, Sven-Goran Eriksson but grown out.
Yeah. Had a handlebar mustache.
Yeah. An orange body.
Yeah, an orange body, bright blonde hair, bombed around in like fucking Lycra all the time, you would think sex offender.
You would, yeah. Oh, put it this way, I wouldn't be shocked if allegations came out.
I would not be shocked either.
No.
But saying that, Hulk Hogan has not been convicted or even accused of, or...
There is no grounds for us to believe that there are any offences caused by Hulk Hogan. We believe he's a clean-cut character.
That is not to say...
We're not confirming or denying anything or anything. Yeah.
We're not saying he is innocent, but we have no evidence to prove that he is guilty.
Exactly.
That makes it sound worse.
That
He's
does.
not. He's not one. But if he was one, it wouldn't come as a complete surprise to either.
Shall I
of
take
us.
that shovel off you so you can stop digging now?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There you go.
That wraps up our half hour of power, where we discussed whether or not Hulk Hogan is a paedophile, which he's not. He's definitely not.
No,
he
otherwise
fucking
you told
ain't.
us to say.
He fucking ain't. What superpowers we would have, and our new crime-fighting alliance.
What else was
Mind
there?
fucking the eternal cunt.
There was those bendy toe shoes.
That wasn't really much.
No.
But
What animal would take over the planet and economise humans?
why ginger people don't have souls?
We briefly touched on that. Post-wank shame.
Post-wank shame. What Brad Pitt would look like wanking in a mirror.
Yeah. Alright, and if we made a film with Ryan Gosling being the lead character and that's all he did, how wet the seats would be. Yeah. But again, I do want to know, if you're listening to this and you're a female, I want to know, do you suffer from post-wank shame? So please do tweet
That
us.
would be... I really want to know.
Yeah, I do.
I think...
Not
like,
just for my own perverted reasons, I just want to know.
yeah, I just... Do
It's
women
interesting.
feel things like you and I?
I don't think other humans feel things like you and I.
Do we feel things like you and I?
I try not to feel
I don't feel... Like...
right in the head.
No, you know, like, things like remorse or guilt,
Yeah.
for the most
Or
part.
sorrow.
But I do when I wank.
That's an interesting thought, yeah.
Am I completely fucked up?
Yes.
That should be a topic for next week.
Well, sure.
Am I
We need longer than half an hour.
It'd be like a therapy session.
Yeah, if you want that, if you want to listen into me giving Wicksie therapy, then crack on.
It'd
Do
be
that
like
as a
a-
side project.
It'd be like a Dear Gary at home special, wouldn't it? Like,
Yeah, live in the studio. So, yeah.
so until episode 4, which I'm hoping will be next week rather than...
I can do next week. Let's cross our fingers for next Friday.
Yeah.
And tune in.
Tune in for episode 4, where we'll discuss things like silence and more silence.
Yeah. But we'll have more subjects next week anyway.
Who actually still cares about Madeleine McCann?
Cool. Nicki Minaj and How Do We Stop It?
Is Stephen Hawking actually Davros, King of the Daleks?
Wow, I didn't see that one.
Other than Lamar, who do you want at next year's download?
Okay, that could be interesting.
Why are red-headed women hot and ginger men freaks? We may not discuss any of these, or we may discuss all of these. It
But they
depends
may
on-
come up at a later date, so...
unless something better comes up. But those are potential subjects for future episodes.
So yeah. Anyway, until then...
Until then,